seems like the water has been higher in the last several years. The Hoppers Island area and also the Wingate, Tideville, Bishop's Head area. Even though it was high when I was back in school, we would get out of school a lot of days, dismiss school for high tide.
We've always had issues with high tides and flooding the island and such, but that has definitely increased. The shorelines have gotten deeper significantly over the last 40, 50 years. That could be due to erosion, but also to sea level rise, I'm sure. We've noticed the difference, especially in the last 15 years.
A couple of weeks ago, we had a very high tide. Several days the roads are underwater. School started late and went home early. I was driving the school bus that day and the tide come into the bottom step of the school bus down in the Tideville area. And a lot of kids did not go to school that day because parents kept them home.
It used to be shorelines, banks where you could, when I was a boy, I could walk around the shorelines searching for old bottles and Indian relics and things like that. Anymore, it has to be an unusual low tide in order to really be able to get a shoreline here locally. I see it around the marshlands around the county. It's obvious. The trees are dying. Around the wood lines, where the woods meet the marshes. Started really noticing a big die off of the pines about 15 years ago. It's obvious what's happening. Up into the woods 100 yards and maybe further, you can see the pines dying off.
But the people in this area have lived here most of their life and they know what it's like. I mean, their house would get flooded and they would really never be upset. They really lived with it. It was part of their life. I mean, a lot of houses did have water come into them in their porches and different locations. But well, it seemed like it was all connected when we had plenty of oysters. The guys could work in the water with oystering. And in the summertime, they'd go right from oystering, get the boat ready, go crabbing, and then fishing. You know, oyster decline and crab has really been down the last couple of years. And now, once the younger generation that do not work on water have moved, relocated, we have a lot of second home people from different locations that just come down for the weekends in summer. So our population has really decreased as far as actually true native Dorchester County people.
We are building a company called Hoppers Island Oyster Aquaculture Company. It's a company designed to provide an infrastructure for a new, innovative oyster industry on the Chesapeake. I just felt that we had reached a full revolution in the seafood industry on the bay and that we needed to get ready for the next revolution. And I believe that, especially with oysters, that aquaculture is going to be the future of the industry.